Alright guys, Bink here, out in the shop early Friday morning. It's nice and cooler out. I came out here last night and didn't even look at the motor. I didn't want to even know if it's dripping or not. And this morning I came out here, opened up the shop, walked past it, avoided even looking down at the cardboard. I didn't even think about it last night. That's why I didn't come out here last night to even look at it, because I don't want to be upset all night to see oil leak on a thing after all the work that been putting into that thing. And it's not just the work, it's the time. You know, take it apart, drive in to Phoenix or wherever to get some parts machined, or it's just the time and the frustration that motor should have been supposed to be done months ago, probably 2 months ago. I don't know. I forget already. It's been so long, but yeah, it's a learning curve. People in the group's been saying, your patience with it, but I'm just getting tired of it. So what I think might be leaking, I don't know. I wiped it all off yesterday after I dropped Gary off, and it looked like the gasket on the oil pan might be leaking, and that's that. I don't know if they call it composite gasket, cork and rubber, and that was Clark's best one for it. I did not use no Right Stuff or Permatex, anything like that on there. So I just put it on there. It's a brand new cover. It's nice and flat surface. Why should it leak? So I guess I'll go over there and look at it, and I want to work on the underside of that vehicle, on the ramp side, and just start doing that. I just want it to be done, but I don't know. It's upsetting at this point. It'd be really upsetting. It's going to be a downer. I just don't want to know anymore. So let's go take a look at it and see. It is what it is. It's, doing everything we can on it. All right, I threw the dog bed down there. I'm gonna lay on that and look at it. Feel like I should have some kind of crazy music playing as I go to the walk. It's like the march of death. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know. It's I don't know. It is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it. Let's see what we got here. Let me see. Okay. I'm trying to keep it not shaky. Keep it still. 100% leak on the oil pan gasket. Stop licking me. Right there, you can see that side of that the oil pan was dry, and the gasket was dry. It's wet there. Okay, this is on the driver's side. Down that way, it's dry. It seems to be dry, fairly dry. Maybe a little on the end. But another thing that concerns me is back up in here. See that little square up there? One's under each cylinder. I do believe there's a little oil on that one. And I don't know if I can get it over here. Where is it? Trying to get that up in there and get a picture of it to see. All right. You see that there's little squares that are underneath the cylinders here. Right there. All right. The one in the back of the motor on the driver's side had some oil on it. This is the middle cylinder. I'm trying to get my finger up in there. has oil on it. There's one more back there. And I think there's oil on that one too. Now what is the deal with that? Where's that coming from? You know, I know how to do the pan gasket is an easy fix, but what is with the oil dripping on there? I don't know. I'll show that to Gary. I'll put it on the groups, see what they say. All right, guys. So yeah, I went and laid under the motor, and the oil pan, yeah, it's leaking. I guess, you know, that's not the end of the world. You know, I don't know, maybe because I torqued it up a little bit more to specs. It wasn't leaking like maybe a little bit before. Maybe it was getting that, but now it's like, yeah, more. So I don't know. I guess maybe the rubber gasket, maybe a composite with some the right stuff around it and around the holes. But my other concern is now under each cylinder from the underside, there's a little square block that it sticks out between. Oh, they come between the push rods. There's a little square block under each cylinder. Kind of pokes out between that heat baffle where the clips go that hold it on there, and there's a little bit of oil on them, and there was before too. It's just some of them are very minute. You know, one has a little bit more, it seems to, enough that you can visually see it. Some of them, a couple of them don't look like they has much, but it looks like it might. That concerns me. I'll post that on a group and see what's up with that. I had asked Gary about that weeks back, and he said, oh, that might be some residual oil that just kind of leaked down, because when we had the motor tipped up and had the oil cooler off, you know, oil went down. But it is on both sides of the motor. So, and that's like, would be like right underneath where your jug goes onto your crankcase. So, you know, I think I asked Gary, can it leak there? And he's just like, something about like maybe the, after you're running a bit, it would seal up. I don't know. I'm very foggy on what he was even talking about. Maybe he didn't even know about, you know, I didn't show him pictures. Maybe he didn't know exactly what I was talking, you know, the exact area. So, you know, am I disappointed? Yeah. Am I surprised? No, I'm not surprised at all. But so, I don't know. I'm going to clean up all of our tools and stuff from yesterday, clean up the mess here, put the two wiper tools on, put them away, cover up this motor. I'll call Gary, you know, a little later, and tell him kind of what's up with it. And I'm just going to start working under that ram side today and throughout the weekend. It's Friday today. I'm going to work on that. Try to get as much done as under there as I can, you know. It's going to be a point that I throw this goddamn motor in there with oil leaks or something. I mean, I don't know. It's just ridiculous already, you know. I mean, oil pan, yeah, that's an easy fix. I mean, obviously, people have problems with the oil pan gaskets and stuff, and I guess play with it till you get it. But that's an easy thing to take apart and put back on. You know, yeah, drain your oil again, all that fun stuff. But that I could even do. I could do it on there, or even easier if I put the motor in. But I got to make sure there's no water leaks. As far as the back of the motor, I think we nailed that. That housing cover. Everything seems to be good on it, and after everything that was done, why should it leak? You know, after everything we did, you know, we had that housing lapped. Jeff the machinist lapped it. Thanks, Jeff. About 3,000s or less than 3,000s, and I hand filed the motor crankcase on the top and bottom just a little bit. It was only off 2,500 on top, maybe a half a thousand on the bottom. And so a few people said, why are you even worried about that? The gasket would take care of that. From Mike's Corvairs in California, I got that gasket that was over 30-some thousandths thick. Put that in there. Gary was really happy about that. He wants to see if I can order some more thick ones from him. Because the stock ones are like 14 to 15, it seems like. And, you know, he liked that. So, you know, just continue with it, you know. Boy, tell you, if I build any other motors after this, I can't foresee having this much problems. But it's my luck, you know. It's my luck. Epic failure here, you know, with this thing. But all right, that's it. I gotta stop whining and crying and just, you know, just get back at it. Keep working, you know. I can't give up on it. I can give up, but then what? Sell it for nothing to the next person, let them deal with it, and then they magically get it not leaking oil, and you know. But anyways, all right, I'll stop whining and crying about it. And you know, I said it takes so long. It's just taking so long, and it's driving me, it's just frustrating. All right, again, I'll stop whining and crying about it and being a little baby and get back at it. All right.